Hi guys. So the topic that we are doing today is D2, which is in continuation of D module, and the topic is logarithms. This is again one of those topics which is mostly avoided by majority of the students, and the reason is they feel that it is a little complicated for their understanding. But trust me, surds and indices, logarithms, these are going to be one of those super scoring topics wherein which the formulae are the only key parts and some bit of solving practice you require for the simplification purpose. Once you are good with that, you are going to solve the questions because there is not much scope to twist the question for the examiner. So it is going to be focused mostly on the formula bit. So let's start with this straight away. First part is the introduction to the logarithms, wherein which we define the logarithms in both the forms, index as well as log form. So a raised to x is equal to b is called as the index form, clearly the power, and x is the power. And then from index form to log form, the conversion is very important. The transition happens and we get x is equal to log b to the base a, which is the log form. Mind you, you have to read this also very correctly. It is read as x is equal to log b to the base a. It is not a raised to b, it is b to the base a. The first formula or the laws of logarithms is log 1 is equal to 0 because a raised to 0 is 1. Then log a to the base a is always 1. Remember that the key learning from this is whatever is the number that you want to take the log for, and if the base is same, answer to that is always 1. Third one, log of m into n, we get log m plus log n, and vice versa is also true. That means we never add in log, we always multiply. Similarly, division, log of m upon n, obviously multiplication we added, division we are going to subtract, we will get log m minus log n. There is a small printing error here, it has to be log n. Apologies for that. The fifth one, log r, sorry, log m raised to r. Obviously, whenever power is there, the power comes ahead and we get r log m. The sixth one, log m to the base a. When we apply change of base, this is the most important property. So right now the base is a. From that base a, if we want to convert to any other random base, how we are going to convert is, this is how we convert. We get log m upon log a to the base x. And as you all can see, we have changed the base from a to x. It can be any other base that you want to change to. And that's how the change of base rule works. The seventh one, log b to the base a and log a to the base b. And we are going to multiply both the terms. In simple things, you need to just apply change of base. So when you apply change of base on the left side, you get log b upon log a. When you apply that on the right side, you get log a upon log b. Because of the multiplication in between, everything will get cancelled and you will be left with 1. The eighth one is a very particular thing based on observation purely. A raised to log n to the base a, the answer to that is n. So here the thing that you are going to remember is we are doing a raised to something, and if the base of the log is also the same number a, they both gets cancelled out. The index form and the log form gets cancelled out and we are left with the number which is n apparently. So these are the basic formulae that you need to know for all the simplification purposes. After this, there is a part called as characteristics and mantissa, which is slightly different. So let's explore that in detail. So we know for a fact that log 100 is 2 and log 1000 is 3. So if I want to take log of any number which is in between 100 and 1000, suppose log 200, I know that the answer of this should be between 2 and 3. Now, to be honest or to be specific, log 200 is 2.3010. So whenever you take a log of any number and you get a answer in both integer as well as a fraction format, in a decimal format, the characteristic is called as the integer part of the answer. In this case it is 2. The characteristic is defined as the integer part of the answer, which is 2 in this case, and the mantissa is defined as the decimal part of the answer. So decimal part of the answer is 0.3010, which is the mantissa in this case. That's the only idea that you need to know apart from characteristics and mantissa. What are they? How do we calculate them? Then let's do few examples. Suppose log 500 is 2.6990. Characteristic becomes 2 and mantissa becomes the decimal part, which is 0.6990. Similarly, suppose there is a negative number. So sometimes what might happen is you take a log of certain value and it turns out to be negative, which is log of 0.5, which is minus 0.3010. In this case, obviously now you cannot say that characteristic is minus 0 because that is an incorrect way of representation. So always remember, whenever you go on a negative side, always increase it by 1. So because it is minus 0 point something, you take it as minus 1, characteristic as minus 1. If the log answer would have been minus 2 point something, we would have taken the characteristic as minus 3. You decrease it by 1 further. That's the main idea. And because we have decreased the characteristic by 1 further, mantissa will not be just 0.30. What we are going to do is we are going to subtract the actual value from 1. So what you are going to do is you are going to subtract 0.3010 from 1, and whatever is the answer that you get will be your correct answer for mantissa. In this case it will be 1 minus 0.3010, which is 0.6990. So for negative numbers, that's the only part that you are supposed to remember as far as characteristics and mantissa is concerned. Folks, that's it for logarithms. As I said, these are very simple and straightforward topics. All you have to know is the formula and how to solve some questions, and you are super duper good to go. If you have any concerns, do let us know. Thank you so much.